Hello. Hello.
Oh, sorry, Mike was muted. Hear me okay?
Ah. Yeah, I'm grand. I'm grand. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm okay. I think we'll maybe give it a few minutes because it looks as though it's still a bit quiet. I think Charlotte said that she'll share the thing on the media,
No worries. The social medias. See if we can get some people in.
bait them in. Nice.
Just dangle. I don't know where I'm going with this.
It never starts well, does it, when it begins dangling? You just know it's going a dark place.
I mean, how many things do you dangle, really?
Yeah, I mean, well, really, there are a great many things that you could dangle, but the
You could dangle, but there's only limited few.
yeah.
You dangle a fishing rod, right?
Yeah, but I think when you mention dangling, everyone's mind goes to a certain place, doesn't
To fishing rods.
it? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm installing
Yeah.
an update on my phone, so I may be limited in my capacity to communicate.
That is fine. That is fine. How's things going since we spoke like half an hour ago?
Well, since we spoke about half an hour ago, not much has changed. I am browsing the interwebs, trying to
Hmm.
find places that have got the warband cards for Warcry that I'm still missing.
Ah, which ones
Um,
are you looking for?
well, I'm trying to get the Sacrosanct Chamber for the Stormcast. It's like the Magic Stormcast dudes.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to get because I didn't realize that. So for example, the Nurgle one
Hmm.
is split into demons and mortals. I thought maybe like one
Ah,
one was just like an updated version or something, but the crafty devils they've split them up. So
gotta buy
so
both.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I wanted to get them all because it means that we can vary things up a bit in the campaign. It means also when the lockdown does get lifted, I've got lots of options for people who want to try it out. So
I know Warcry's your thing at the moment, but Thomas from Geekaboo really wants to get into Kill Team.
oh yeah,
So if you're up for like the odd, not a campaign, not going to commit you to that, but maybe the odd game, we could get a bit of Kill Team in.
I'll need to get my Space Wolves painted up at some point
Your
as well.
Wolfie boys, they were looking really good as well. Like the test mini that you did with the stuff, like the 5 o'clock shadow, he looked
Yeah,
great.
yeah, he looked like he was.
Specifically the 5 o'clock shadow that you managed to pull off was fantastic.
Yeah, it just looked like he was already tired of your shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
As he's loading his bolter, like I don't want to have to do this.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
It's got that kind of look going on.
It's not the bolters that they're just beasts in combat as well. That's the thing.
I kind of like that because I feel that what I'm doing with my kill team is still quite fitting for the Space Wolves, and that
Yeah.
they're kind of combat oriented, but um, it's more so, well, like we were saying the other night, they're like Ghost Recon, aren't they?
Yeah, like SAS.
Yeah, I quite like that. I feel that it's although they're renowned for being sort of berserker type warriors, I feel like there's still a place for that kind of uh, battle tactic
Hmm.
within Space Wolves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, but yeah, that's something to add to the list of many things that we all inevitably have since lockdown when the lockdown gets lifted.
Yeah, I think that one of the big things that we were all saying that we were really looking forward to, because we were doing character creation for the upcoming Dungeons and Dragons campaign that we're going to be streaming, and Tom was saying that he's really eager to get some more gaming done, because it's like it's the most table hungry visual tactile type of gaming. So I think that's the one that we're all going to rush straight for as soon as we can all get out again.
You can't really do it online, really,
No.
without it just being a video game.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that I've been saying to you for a while, is that I feel like what's really missing from wargaming is a solo and cooperative element, because there are only one or two games that I can think of that have it. The big one being Frostgrave, but even then, that the solo element was added in as a supplement.
Yeah, like an afterthought.
Yeah,
but I really want to give Frostgrave a go. Like, get my necromancy on.
Yeah, that looks like a really fun system, and certainly it's one of the sort of warband centric skirmish games that people rave about. Although I don't think it gets played at all competitively. I think it is purely a campaign focused game.
Well, yeah, like it's in the same sort of way that like you would never play Mordheim competitively.
Yeah.
Right? Like you get a bunch of guys and you just run a campaign of that rather than just going to tournaments with that sort of system.
Yeah, I think it's good that they lean into that, because as much as I do quite like the Games Workshop model of like 3 ways to play, it's good also to have a game just double down and go, well, we're just going to lean into our strengths here.
Yeah. We have Sue35 in the chat, or at least in the live studio. So hello, Sue.
Welcome, Sue. We will soon be delving further into the House of Danger. And in fact, will we do a quick recap of what's happened?
Yeah, God, it feels like it's been a while. Like,
well, I was actually looking through my phone, because I always take a picture of where your stats were, so that I can remember them for next time. The last time that we did this was the 12th of April.
There we go. So it has been a while.
It has been.
But good Lord, last time, low points. I got killed by a bomb in a cupboard. I got killed by a ghost.
We actually realised in hindsight that you had a premonition about being killed by the bomb in the cupboard, didn't you? Because
if I went a different route, I would have had that premonition.
No, you actually get given the card. It was a picture of.
It was after I got killed by it, though, wasn't it? Because I got to that bit and I got to where you could end the chapter, but I wanted to go back and try and get more clues.
Oh, maybe it was. But anyway, I think what we realised is that because you get quite a few cards that are sort of hazy visions, I think is what they're supposed to represent, with you being a psychic detective and all. And I think the ones that are in colour are things that you want to stay away from, and I think the ones that are in black and white are where you need to go, because you've had 3 of them so far. You've got the sort of wavy door, which was the one that had the ghost and it insta killed you. You've got the exploding cabinet, which speaks for itself, and then the other one that's in sort of grayscale is the vault door.
It's like a vault door, like a bank vault.
Yeah,
which we may come across later.
No, you actually went through that to progress. Remember?
Was it that kind of door?
Yeah, that kind of door.
Okay. I also got kicked off the top of the building by the 20-foot ghost of a Union general.
You did, yeah. I forgot about that.
I found love in a king doll. But high points were I managed to rumble some sort of deal, and I've got like a suitcase full of cash now.
Yep.
And I beat a chimpanzee in a knife fight. So
I forgot how mental some of these encounters were. You did indeed beat a chimp in a knife fight.
I say a knife fight. He didn't have a knife. I had a knife though. So
you shanked a monkey, shanked a simian.
Bit of simian shanking, yeah.
Yeah.
So and so where we left off was I'm in the basement and I've entered an elevator and we're going further down underneath the House of Danger.
So we're gonna find out what lurks below. So you did, prior to starting off the whole adventure, you get shown the backside of the psychic scale, and there was a weird sort of prog rock album cover looking type thing.
I'd totally listen to that album.
So remind our listeners again what you saw in that dream.
Well, so there's a few things that are in the vision that have actually happened and they've made sense, right? So right in the middle of the vision, there is a pool.
Yeah.
And in the pool, in the first session, we managed to find a key item. There's also a saber, like a hand holding a saber coming out that pool. And I've grabbed the saber and I've given it back to the ghost.
It's like a cavalry saber, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and we found out this is on the site of an old prison, this house as well. As if things weren't weird enough.
Surprise, it's haunted by the prisoners.
Yeah. There's a frog in the foreground somewhere. I remember that.
Kind of copper-coloured frog.
There's there's an ice cube or something that looks like an ice cube on one side, like a big ice cube. There's a ceiling which has got like a grate over it. And like a circular door towards the end of the corridor. I'm struggling to remember like other details now.
There was also there's a kind of hazy image on the ceiling. It was covered like a spider's web, and then it looked as though there was some kind of scientist almost within it.
Okay. So
just to give you a wee hint there.
Okay. Well, let's see if it helps. Shall we dive in?
Without further ado, Chapter 3, The Rescue.
Okay. Oh, the rescue.
Yeah. You're still not sure what's really going on in this place. You were already freaked out by the creepy stuff you saw outside the Marsden house. And the discovery of actual spirits from beyond the grave inside the house has only made you more on edge. You steel your nerves and remind yourself that you're not just an aspiring detective, you're a psychic investigator.
Josh Hartley, PPI.
You eat spirits from beyond the grave for breakfast. Nom nom nom. Not really.
Does it say the nom nom?
No, I added that in for effect.
Okay.
But the point is, you feel a surge of confidence. You can do this. I feel like this Choose Your Own Adventure so far has been a lot more encouraging than any of your friends are towards you, Josh.
It's true.
It's funny because it's true.
It's funny because I'm sad.
At any rate, you've come way too far to turn back now, so all you can do is hope that the depths of the house hold some insight into the mysterious nightmares that have plagued you for weeks and drew you to this modern architecture house of horrors in the first place. But the elevator, with all your hopes rest on, is totally trashed. The last person to use it must have really hated elevators. Based on the scratch marks on the walls, They might have had sharp claws too.
All right. Are we sure like turning back is not an option at this point?
We'll find out what your options are. A strange sensation now washes over you. Your head spins, you lose your balance, and you fall to your knees. Although you don't quite black out, you're overwhelmed by visions as your consciousness leaves your body and travels the house's low reaches on mind power alone. You drift downward through a meeting room full of huge, shadowy figures and a laboratory stocked with equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Your awareness projects deeper under the estate. You finally come to a jail cell. Your mind can't penetrate to see who is inside, but a wave of anguish emits from it like heat from the sun. You sense that a person is trapped inside. You sense that the person trapped inside is responsible for what you've encountered so far and could help with what you'll encounter next. Draw clue 76 to discover your goal.
All right.
So this is going to be what you're trying to attain. So your objective is to rescue the prisoner you sense from your psychic projection.
Okay.
Your mind joins your body again, as though swiftly snapping back into place. It takes you a moment to get your bearings. You're in your own body in an elevator in a spooky house that you somewhat regret ever setting foot inside. You check the panel and find that all the buttons have been pried off except for two. They might be the only active basement levels. Of course, it's also possible they're just the floors that whoever wrecked this elevator wants to lure you to. With a whoosh, the elevator doors briskly close. I don't think elevator doors are supposed to whoosh, are they?
Is that like meant to be the classic Star Trek sound effect there for the doors that whoosh?
Like the hydraulic doors?
Whoosh. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
It's not the strangest thing in this house, to be fair.
No, by no margin. By no margin.
So would you like to press the button for sub-basement 2 or sub-basement 3?
Let's go with 2.
Okay.
I'm ready to get insta-killed again.
You've been left quite jaded by this house now. That optimism's gone. Sub-basement 2 seems like the safer bet. At the very least, it's one less flight of stairs to climb back up if things go horribly wrong and you need to flee back up to the surface. The elevator opens into an administrative office. Just as you enter the room, a television monitor crackles to life. On the screen is a video feed of a haggard man in a lab coat. The camera pans up until his face fills the screen. "If you can hear this, your life is in danger," he says. "My former assistant has locked me up in the detention cells and is using all our discoveries for evil. You must help me escape. If we don't stop her..." The video feed cuts off. There's a closed door on the far wall and an open, uncovered air duct that you could easily fit into. Would you like to try the door or crawl into the air duct?
Oh, I fancy my chances with the air duct.
Okay. The air duct takes you over a loud room full of what sounds like a gang of rowdy hooligans. You peek through a grate and discover a group of massive, savage chimps sitting at a conference table.
What is it with chimps in this place?
I'm assuming it's the sort of the... Oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I'm assuming it's the, the old, the inmates have taken over the asylum type thing, because if there's a lab somewhere, that might explain the presence of the chimps. So it's not actually as mental as it first seems, I guess. Okay, so a woman sits at the head of the table speaking to them, but you're too far away to hear over the chaos. There's a smaller, more rickety air duct that leads to the wall by the woman, and if you're careful, you could probably make it there to hear what she's saying. You can also see from here that the air duct you are in splits off and terminates into two other rooms. The room on the left is dimly lit by the glow of blue liquid in some large glass vats. The room on the right is pitch black. You can quietly crawl into either and jump out. So you do have an optional challenge here, Josh, and you can crawl through the rickety air duct to speak to the woman.
We're going to give that a go. Do any of my items help me with this?
None that you currently have. It looks as though it's an agility challenge. So
I only get one crack at this.
It looks as though you get one go at it.
All right. Let's give it a go.
Okay, roll a d6.
Ooh, 3.
That is a pass because the danger meter is at its lowest just now.
Oh, yes.
So we are drawing clue 84. You crawl through the rickety air duct without breaking it or yourself, and overhear the woman lecturing the chimps on ways to improve the profitability of a counterfeiting organization. The chimps are chimps are less than attentive. You crawl back up into the main vent, not sure what to think.
Well, that was definitely worth whatever I was risking.
So, what would you like to do?
I'm starting to think this suitcase full of money is not legit now, which is a shame, but there we go.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Still not going to leave it, just in case. You never know.
So do we want to go through the left duct to the room with the vats of glowing blue liquid, or do we want to go right to the pitch black room?
Well, sod the pitch black room. I'm going to the room with the vats.
Okay. You see rows and rows of glowing blue vats, all filled with chimpanzees in various stages of development. The largest ones are as big as adult humans. Someone is bending the laws of nature to unethical extremes down here. Apparently, counterfeiting money is not the most evil thing going on in this house. The vats are plugged into a utility box on the wall. On top is a glowing cap with 3 crystals. It might be some kind of power source. Something about this crystalline cap calls to you. It feels important. From the utility box, cords and wires run into an adjoining room through a propped open door. There's also a conveyor belt that leads through an opening in the far wall. The belt is moving slowly, and the motion is mildly hypnotic. So you have a strength challenge here.
Okay.
You can attempt to pry the crystalline cap loose.
I will give that a go.
You can choose to use your large wooden dowel to help you.
Anything to give me a hand.
Okay,
roll a 3.
Yep, that is a success. So draw clue 87. Let's see what you got. You got a crystalline cap.
Mm-hmm.
You pry the crystalline cap from the utility box. Even unplugged, it keeps glowing. The object gives you a shiver. Your psychic senses tell you this item is important. So you keep that item and you move forward 3 spaces on the psychic scale.
Yes.
You're now a level 3 psychic.
Yes. I'm the best. I like how we occasionally get these items where the item specifically describes to you, your psychic sense tells you this is important. I'd laugh so hard if these items were of no consequence by the end of the whole thing.
Well, this is it. You don't know, like, it's sort of classic choose your own adventure in that sense, isn't it? You don't know what's a red herring, and you don't know. But I guess we're not going to know until we've played it all through, like just how much structure there is.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of randomness in some of the fighting fantasy ones, but we will see.
Yes. Right. So we've got the crystal. What are our options?
So you can now choose to follow the power cords through the door, or you can choose to jump on the conveyor belt to see where it goes in Wallace and Gromit style.
I prefer to follow the power cords.
The room is filled with generators of every shape and size, and they all look extremely unsafe. Reassuring. In fact, one of the older, larger ones has a huge crack in its casing, but it's still running with irregular bursts of electricity arcing from it to every nearby surface.
Ooh.
You'd rather not get too close to it, but you'll have to if you want to investigate the door at a vault on the other side. The only other exit isn't a door at all, but a massive hole in the wall that leads into total darkness. As you feel around the dark for a light switch, you discover that the passageway isn't so much a hallway as a tunnel with rough walls that have been dug out of rock and soil.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to try and get past the cracked generator? Or would you like to take
Did you say it was a vault door on the other side?
No, it's a massive hole in the wall. It's not a vault door.
Oh, sorry, no, as in the door. But it's just a regular door, right?
Yeah, I don't think. It wasn't locked.
Sorry, I must have misheard you. Let's try and get past the electricity.
Sounds safe.
Yeah.
Get your Faraday cage equipped.
Yeah, whatever that is.
There's a loud crack as you smack the prisoner on top. What? Oh, sorry. Reading a clue
that
card.
That makes no sense.
Instead of a whoops, spoilers.
That's what happens when you try and read a choose your own adventure book in actual page order.
Oh no, you're right. There is a vault door by the generator.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to get to because of my vision.
Sorry. If you ever find yourself running a criminal organization, here's a great way to weed out your dumbest and least trustworthy henchmen. Put a big tempting vault door behind a deadly piece of machinery that kills anyone who gets within 3 feet of it. Unfortunately, trick works well on young psychic investigators. You press your back against the far wall and try to scooch towards the vault door as safely as possible, but it's no use. 100,000 volts of electricity wouldn't happen. Surge through you and your smouldering body slumps to the floor dead.
So we've established
a gigantic generator.
So we've established that it's not just the coloured visions that prove to be deadly; it's the black and white ones as well.
Yeah. So good to know.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, game.
Okay. One death tonight.
Ding.
Guess we're going down the cavern then.
Looks like it. Then just try and. That's why I can't find it. It's in front of me. I've got a smaller space to work with, so. Sadly, you're back down at level 2 because of that death there.
I was enjoying being a level 3 psychic.
You get a taste of greatness. Only to be
snatched away from me.
Yeah. You can't see more than a few feet in front of you as you walk down the tunnel. So when a man's voice calls out from the darkness, you almost jump out your skin. Hey, you! You freeze. What now? You're the new lab assistant, right? It's about time you got here. You got the briefcase?
I have the briefcase.
If you have clue 38, give it to the mysterious stranger by discarding it and drawing clue 62. If you do not... So are you going to hand it to him?
I am going to hand it to him.
Okay.
The suitcase with counterfeit money.
Okay, just pull the card. So. Pleasure doing business, he says. Even though you gave him what he wanted, he still spits on the floor and grumbles about his crew waiting for him in the garage as he hurries away. Your psychic senses tell you that giving him the briefcase was the right thing to do. You go forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale, so you're back up to level 3. Whee.
Taketh away and giveth.
That's it. Okay. The man rushes back down the tunnel in the direction he came from, his footsteps booming in the darkness. There's a door with iron bars built into the wall here. It looks as though it could lead to some sort of cell or maybe a kennel. It's unlocked. So would you like to follow the man down the tunnel, or would you like to open the cell door?
Given that our objective is to rescue a prisoner, let's open the cell door.
You slide open the bar.
And if this leads to my death, the game lied to me.
You slide open the barred door. It looks much more industrial than the other rooms you've been in. The door slides shut on its own. Clang! And you hear it lock behind you. You see some kind of gated structure down the hallway in front of you and quickly press yourself against the wall when you realise that 2 figures are guarding it. There's also a desk on the side of the room that's out of the guard's line of sight. If you're level 3, you get
Jam.
a clue. Nice.
Nice.
Get this clue for you. Okay, it's a picture.
Mm-hmm.
It is a brain with, like an organ, like a brain, with a tongue of fire emerging from the top of it.
Okay. Noted.
I can send you a picture of that if you want as well.
It's all right. I think I get the gist.
Okay, so would you like to try your luck with the guards, or do you want to sneak across the room to the desk?
I'm going to try and sneak to the desk.
You make it to the desk unnoticed. The only thing here is a fancy new computer. Mm-hmm. It's a shiny beige box underneath a monitor that glows with rows of green text and a blinking command prompt.
Of course, this is the 80s.
Yep. If you can manage to break through the computer's security, you might find some useful information stored in its internal memory. Okay, so you have an optional challenge here, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
You get to add +1 to it because you're level 3. Would you like to attempt to search the computer for information?
I certainly will.
Okay, roll the dice for me, please. Is that a 1?
Roll the 1.
Nice. So raise the danger meter by 2.
Okay.
You don't get to attempt that again. Oh. The only way out of here is down a hall to a gate, which is guarded by 2 chimps. The 2 guards are huge chimpanzees as tall as you are. They are walking upright just like you are. They are wearing security guard uniforms just like you are not. They notice this key difference. They attack! So you now have to battle the guards. Would you like to equip your pocket knife?
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. So Would you roll a dice for me, please?
I'll be another 1.
Raise the danger meter by 4 and try again.
Okay, what do I need to roll now?
You need a 4 or better.
And I'm adding 1 with my pocket knife, though, right?
That's with the 1.
Oh, right. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. No, I get a 3.
Nice. So you go down 2 psychic levels again.
Okay.
Anything but a 1.
Back to level 2. Anything but a 1.
Yep.
Got a 5.
Normally that doesn't work. Anything but a 1, that's what you should never say, isn't it? Once you defeat the chimpanzee guards, you find the gate will only open with an electronic key card.
Okay.
So it looks as though, I'm just looking through your stuff, you do not have anything that could be used for that. So
we can come back here, though, hopefully. And
so you're going to 88. Without the key card, you're trapped. You can't get past the gate and you can't leave the detention center through the locked front door. Just as you're about to give up, you spot a hole in the ceiling tiles, mostly obscured by shadows in the corner of the room. So there's no options here. You have to hop straight through the ceiling tile.
Okay.
This is your only way out. The hole opens up into a vertical shaft with haphazardly placed handholds like a climbing wall. You've found a secret passage. So you have a required challenge here. You need to attempt to ascend the shaft. You do have climbing boots.
yeah.
So do you want to go ahead and roll a dice for me?
Get a 4.
So we lower the danger meter by 1. And we draw clue 81. Clue 81. You've climbed 20 feet when the handholds suddenly recede into the wall and disappear. This isn't just any secret passage. It's a booby-trapped one. Think fast. So you have to avoid falling because the handholds have started to disappear. So roll another dice for me.
Okay. 6.
Okay, so lower the danger meter by 1. Could have done with these rolls against the chimps.
That would have been great, yeah.
You found a ledge, but getting onto it is going to take some serious agility. So you need to roll another dice for me. You need to leap onto the ledge.
3.
Okay, you are good. Doing well here.
Whew.
Apparently assault courses are your thing.
Yeah, I'm good at parkour.
Apparently. Better at parkour than psychic detective work, it seems.
Hey. It's no
There's
way
a
to talk
passageway.
about.
There's a passageway curved into the stone wall here, but someone has piled up a bunch of rocks to block the entrance. So this is a strength challenge. You need to move the rocks. So take it you want to use your dowel again.
I most certainly do.
Okay, roll a dice for me.
A 5.
Great. So you're acing this.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
actually look competent.
I feel like if it was a movie, this would be like the montage bit, which is very 80s as well, a montage.
Yeah.
Halfway down the
Got
passage.
montage in my head now.
What, the Team America
Team America,
one?
yeah.
Halfway down the passage, you find a chimpanzee sitting at a desk. He's smoking cigarettes and watching TV. He looks angry. Do you think he's angry at you or what he's watching on the TV?
I don't know. It's like what's he watching? Has he got like Newsnight on?
He's watching Question Time.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he's angry at.
You need to fight this politically minded chimpanzee now.
Okay. Well, I'll equip my trusty penknife.
You think she'll look like a hippie?
Aye. Damn Labour voters.
Roll a dice for me.
I roll a 4.
Okay, you have defeated the Conservative ape.
Yeah.
It wasn't Boris Johnson, actually. It was Is it still fashionable to make fun of him? I think
we're all right now. I think he's not at risk of dying, and he has just had a baby boy. So yeah. I don't know if he's still like in the sort of immune from mockery section because he's just had a kid.
Yeah, not from me. He's not.
Fair.
You run past the chimp and right into a 10-foot guinea pig. It is adorable, and it can kill you. So you can attack it.
What?
Don't question it. You can sneak past it. You can heave a table at it. You can climb over it, or you can find another solution. And you can undertake any one of the challenge actions to do it. So I think you are
better. My best odds are probably going to be with the climbing, right?
Strength or climbing, you can do one or the other.
What do the boots? Do the boots not give me? Is it just +1? The boots give me.
The boots and the dill give you +2. Your knife gives you +1.
Oh right, okay. Let's slam the table. Let's go for the strength.
Roll a dice for me.
5.
Okay, I think you may have conquered the guinea pig.
Sentences we thought we would never say.
You see an access key card on the floor. You grab it and run through the doors in front of you, unsure of what is on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I did not expect that to suddenly appear. Just making sure I definitely read the right card. I did. So I guess you heaved a table at the guinea pig and then found the key card?
Yeah.
Story card 69. Wait!
Hey!
You are now in a chamber with 3 prison cell doors. They're heavy iron things with small barred windows that make it difficult to see what might be inside. There's a ring of 3 keys hanging from a nail in the wall. So, would you like to try cell A, B, or C?
Oh, man. I've got no idea what's going to be in them. No clue at all as to where the prisoner I'm trying to rescue is.
I mean, I know as much as you do at this point.
Okay, let's go with B.
B. Cell B is
for
empty.
Best.
Search all you want. There's nothing here.
Okay.
Let's try A or C.
I'm going to try C.
Someone's sleeping on the cot in cell C with a thin blanket pulled over their face. You can wake up the prisoner so you can talk to him, attack him before he can attack you, or just tiptoe out of the cell. What do you want to do to this?
Well, I mean, let's wake him up. Let's not attack him.
So you're going to try talking to prisoner.
Yeah.
You gently shake the prisoner by the shoulder. He flings the blanket from his face. It's an exhausted-looking man who's obviously relieved that someone has finally come to rescue him. Thank you. I am Professor Marsden, he says. Marsden, you ask? Are you related to Henry Marsden? Yes, this was the estate of my ancestor, General Marsden, but at the moment we have more urgent things to discuss. There you go. We've found our man.
Yes!
Back
I only
to
died once.
story card 69. So, the only way you can go now is cell C, I think. So we're going to cell C.
What is that? It? I've got Marsden, and that's it. He's got nothing else to discuss.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's story card 90, my mistake.
Oh.
Chapter 3, goal achieved. Professor Marsden looks worried. You have to help me stop my former research assistant, he says. She's twisted our scientific research for evil. She's responsible for all these chimps, you ask? Yes, he says, but there's something bigger afoot. I'm talking about the alien science.
Oh my God. No hint of aliens whatsoever throughout this whole thing, and they just chuck that in here now.
Marsden says he can provide all the answers you're looking for, but you should first make sure you're prepared to leave this section of the house behind. He can give you explicit directions to important locations if you think you may have missed anything. So you can go to the biochemistry lab. You can go to the air duct above the conference room. You can go to the printing press room, or you can go to the generator room. So I think the only two you missed were the biochemistry lab and the printing press.
Well, I've got the key card now, haven't I? So there's something. If I go to the generator room, that will lead me to where I can use the key card, right?
It will, yeah.
So let's go there.
So yeah. Danger meter goes up by 3, and then we go back to generator room. So you want to go into the tunnel?
Yes, I don't want to die again.
And you want to go through the cell door.
Mm-hmm.
And then you... Okay, so I've found the bit where because we can just follow skip all the stuff and get to the key card. So story card 69. So the key card just takes you to those cells. That was just the shorter way of doing it.
Okay. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
So if I go to some of the other locations, am I just going to continue to raise the danger meter?
You are, yes.
I don't know. I know it's like quite early on in the night, but what do you think, man? Do you think I need to check out the printing press or the laboratory?
I think, the stakes are getting pretty high. We're talking about alien science here. Do you want to tempt fate, or do you want to go in there with a moderate level of challenge? It's your call.
I'm too curious. I need to know what's in the other rooms. I need to complete it as much as I can. Let's go to the printing press.
Okay, so 3. So we're in the printing press room. The room features an odd-looking machine. Judging by the stacks of fake cash everywhere, it must be a counterfeit printing press. Oh, and there's a huge chimpanzee here, as big as a man, wearing a security guard uniform. He's leaning on the machine and facing away from you. And he has a gun and a holster on his belt.
Fuck's sake.
attacking him
Sorry.
would be quite a risk. But then again, with all the crazy stuff you've seen in this house, you would feel a heck of a lot safer if you could overpower the guard and grab his firearm. There's a sliding barred door across the room that looks like the door to a jail cell, and it's partly open. Also, a rough hole in the wall leads into a dark tunnel. You're confident you could sneak into either one without the guard spotting you. So you can choose to fight the chimpanzee if you want.
Yeah. Let's do it. I want my gun.
Knives out.
Yeah.
Roll a dice for me.
I roll a 1.
Oh dear.
I roll a 1.
So, would you now like to sneak around the sliding barred door, or do you want to head through the hole and into the tunnel? Whether you've already been into the tunnel, haven't you?
Yeah, so the sliding bar. So what happens now that I've rolled the 1 for the fight?
Danger meter's gone up again.
Again. He didn't kill me.
No, he didn't kill you. I think he
Okay.
just slapped you about a bit. Right, so this is just taking you out to the cell doors again.
Oh, right, okay. Can I have another crack at the chimp?
No.
No.
I mean, you can go all the way back, but you need to raise danger meter again, and you're going to drop your psychic level if you do that.
And what's my psychic level now? 2.
Your psychic level is currently 3,
Right.
and you're just going to drop back down to 2.
What if I just go back in anyway?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
because if you go back around, you need to raise it by 3 to go back.
Right. All right. Let's move on to the next chapter. Well, the lab will just have to not know what's in there.
That is going to remain a mystery, it seems. All right. Well, that concludes chapter 3. So I think what we're going to be doing next week is we're going to be launching the D&D campaign.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So I think that what we'll do is we'll revisit the House of Danger in the event that we want to take a break from D&D.
Mm-hmm.
But for the foreseeable, that's what we're going to be doing on the Sunday evenings. We'll be live streaming it, and hopefully also putting it back on Podbean, because I know like we've kind of neglected doing the podcasts for a little bit with the lockdown and all, but we're gonna try and get back at that, because hopefully it makes for some quite good listening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing an actual campaign on stream. So that'll be fun. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's probably a first, because I don't think that I can remember done any actual play stuff outside the stuff we've done during the lockdown.
So yes, next Sunday, 8:00 again.
It'll be 8:00. Although I think if you want to watch it live, it'll probably be on Twitch. So
Rightio.
We'll share all the links and such on social media, so that you're kept up to speed. We had a very brief attempt at using YouTube gaming for streaming, but we just don't get along.
Didn't work out.
Don't get along with it very well. So we're gonna have a go at having Roll20 and Squadcast set up on Twitch. And hopefully then we can also release the episodes during the week for people to catch up with, if they so desire.
Yeah. So yeah, join us next week for our first foray into that, and you'll get to meet our characters for the first time.
Yes, because we were doing the. I actually still need to just finish entering the rest of the backstory during this week, and
I need to do that as well.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and do a little sketch, just like a sort of character bust for the Roll20 token as well.
I'm playing a halfling rogue who is a con man, so that's going to be fun.
I'm playing a dwarf barbarian who is a career raider who is now on the run from his old crewmates. So more will be revealed next week.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you very much for listening, guys. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that chapter of House of Danger.
Yeah.
Only died once tonight. That's great.
Gets more ridiculous as we go.
Yeah. Let's find out. We'll find out in good time what this alien science is.
Yeah. Watch this space, dear
Who
listener.
comes up with this?
It was the 80s. It was a different time.
It's like, I was just going to say, it's like a Stephen King novel, like a bad Stephen King novel. Like,
there's a lot of cocaine flying around. You had Reaganomics and all that. It was a
wild time.
Yeah, certainly was. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us. And, watch this space, and we'll do all we can to try and keep you entertained through these crazy times.
Yes. Have a good night, guys. And until next time, take care.
Bye.
Bye.